I have spoken about this topic to so many people. Like, I understand that a lot of us can mess up sometimes, and it's totally fine because we're human beings, and it's totally fine to be this person who messes up. So I wanted to talk about how important knowing that you can start over is. Like, today is a Sunday night and tomorrow is where the week begins. I want you to know that you can start over of whatever you want to start over. Say if you want to start running, or if you want to become this person who goes to the gym or goes for the walk. Like, it is so easy for us to think that there is no other option than to just collapse into this bubble where we are. There is no better, that there's nothing better that we can do. There is nothing amazing that we can do. We're stuck in this one bubble, and we will not be able to get out of this bubble. But I hope you know that. I hope you know that it gets better. Life gets better. You are able to become this person who want who, if they want to change themselves, they are able to change, because change is the only constant. And uh, getting the opportunity to start over, telling yourself that you are allowed to mess up and you are allowed to start over, is one of the biggest things that you can tell yourself. Because when you are able to tell that to yourself, when you are able to tell yourself that, hey, I'm worth it, hey, I can do better, hey, life is easy, or life gets better, etc., etc., it gets super easy, right? It gets so okay, cool. um, all right, so getting back to our topic of how it is important for us to know that we can start over. Life is so messed up sometimes. It'll throw you in so many different places where you don't want to be. It'll throw you in these places which will not give you joy, which will make you feel hurt, which will make you feel like you are um, you are this person who is just stuck in this whole loop of in this whole victim place, where you think that hey, nothing works out for me, or I can't change anything about myself. This is how I am, and this is how I want to live my life. But I want you to know that there is an option for you to change if you want to change. Again, everything is if and when you want to change. If you are somebody who wants to live a little more fitter life, I want you to know that you have the opportunity to start going to the gym. I want you to know that you have the opportunity to start working out, hiking, walking, or whatever. So this starting over, this feeling of say, being stuck, feeling like it's just doesn't make you feel stuck. It doesn't make you feel like you don't deserve anything. I hope you know that every feeling that you have, which tells you that you're not worthy, that this is your life and you'll get nowhere, etc., etc., I want you to know that it gets better with time. It gets better with life. It gets better with the space that you are around. You get to become this person you have the opportunity to become this person who can change whatever they want to change about themselves. You want to change your hair, go ahead, you change it. You want to change your fashion, go ahead, change it. You want to change your careers, go ahead, change it. It's gonna be a little bit difficult financially, especially when it comes to careers, but I hope you know that you have the ability to change something if you really want to change it. You have do-overs, you have some things that you can start over, you have things that will help you to get to a place where you're like, you are comfortable with yourself. You also have to be this person who is extremely in tune with themselves and understands that, it's okay to mess up, and it's okay to be this person who is not happy with themselves. It's okay to be this person who has messed up multiple times in the past. But it's also important that you know that if you want to have a chance to fix things, if you want to have a chance to uh, just be better at whatever you want to be, I hope that you can do it. Gautam is saying that 20 दिन में boards है, बेटा पढ़ाई कर लो. पढ़ाई कर लो. Even though a lot of people will tell you that your marks don't matter, but honestly your marks really matter. Your boards, like your 10th and 12th marks, they really matter, for especially for your education. I don't think it matters after you've gotten your first job and you figured out what you want to do, but they really do matter, especially when it comes to your getting into your favorite job, college, or getting into these places where you are much more like, you want to, you have an inclination towards, say, like this big colleges, and you want to do that. I hope you are able to focus on your studies. Take it from somebody who was the most naughty girl in school and college, and used to do like so many mess ups. I will tell you this again and again, that please focus on your studies. And yeah, I think you do, of course, when I think about it, you also do get chances to do over all of these relationships, right? I always think that uh, मेरे कितने percentage आए थे? I think I got in my 10th, I got some 74, and in my 12th that was very less. It was about 58, if I'm not wrong. That's the percentage I had. 12th की exams की वजह से I have struggled a lot, because I was sick and I was only able to get like 60%, which was about 60%, and it was not actually 60%, which is why I had to struggle a lot for my loans, for my education loan, for like the admissions and all of that. So I hope, अगर ये आपके 12th standards है, please go and study. It's so important, and you can consume all the content whenever you want. Nails, yeah, I don't really keep nails. I don't like them. They trouble me more than they look pretty. I have this, I'm extremely clumsy and I end up scratching myself itself, so it's very ugly. Like, I've had scratch marks all on my body. It will feel like I have a cat around, but I don't. I have it's just me hurting myself for no reason. Okay, to the topic again. Start over. Nobody knows everything. Honestly, people who have done big things in the world, they did not know where they wanted to, like, they did not know anything. Like, when I talk to adults, like, I am an adult, okay, and I talk to other adults who are older than me. I always talk to them, and I'll ask them, do you know where your life is going? What do you want to do? You you want to be like, do you want to be happy? Are you happy? Is this how you wanted your life to be? Is this how you wanted it to work out? And that's what I said. I asked them, and most of the people, most of the adults that I have around me will always tell me that that, like, they did not plan this. They didn't never knew that they would end up at this situation in their lives, and they would get to this place where they are right now, but they're making do with it. Like, they are figuring out their own life. They are just like, it's like a boat, and it'll have you're in the ocean, and there's so many waves. Some of them are ugly, some of them are great. You are smooth sailing sometimes, and you're messing up sometimes. But if you have done something bad, or if you have messed up something, I hope you know that um, you will you have the opportunity to start over things. You have the opportunity to fix things whenever it is required. I think we talk about this, especially in dance classes. We talk about this in fitness a lot, and I think we also talk about this in when you learn car or something. When you've learned a skill, whether it is like it's like your any skill that brings value to your life, right? If you have learned a particular skill, and you've left it for like xyz years, and then you go back to it, your mind still remembers it, because it's in your muscle memory. You remember how to drive still. And it is crazy, to think that your mind still remembers it. So if you have been somebody who hasn't started to work out yet this year, who hasn't made their vision board, who hasn't started taking those upskill lessons that you were supposed to take, who hasn't applied for the jobs that you want to apply, this is the opportunity. You can start over right now. Tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow is when the whole week starts, and you can do everything that you want from tomorrow onwards. I think I've always said this: Mondays are the days that you can do anything. Mondays are the days that you can start anything that you want to start. It is the start of the week. It has the right push, it has the right energy. So I think Sundays are the days you should probably rest well and sleep maybe a little bit earlier on time, and then Mondays are the days you kickstart something, because anyway you're doing Monday to Friday school, college, or your work, right? So you can then inculcate everything that you want in your schedule. Say if your thing is going to the gym or going on a run, and if you start on a Monday, it becomes easier for you to do it on Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, because you know that you've put out some time for running, and then after that you'll go for you're going go about and do your own life, whatever you want to do. Great. Listen to I'm not gonna read that word because I'm sure I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. You can manifest anything. I will. I am currently in the stage of manifesting a lot of things for myself. A lot of love, a lot of abundance, a lot of subs, a lot of joy, a lot of peace, a lot of good health for me and my family members, a lot of new learnings, a lot of new abundance in everything possible, like abundance in happiness and abundance in opportunities. And um, I think that anything that will help me to do that, it'll be great. Is running better than gym? Honestly, I don't know. I run because it helps me with my mental health a lot. I run because I've since childhood I've ran. I was in like the school relay and all of that. So I enjoy running. That's why I enjoy that's why I like running. But if I had the opportunity, if you have the opportunity, of course run in the mornings and go to the gym in the evenings, or vice versa. I like running because I listen to like nice Bollywood music and dance in the middle of the road and actually have fun with it. Gym, I haven't joined a gym yet. I have never gone to a gym in my whole life. I have a decent body, but I think everybody who recommends about gymming, they say that your bones become weaker after the age of 25, 28 or something, and you should definitely start gymming after that. So if you are um, one of those person who thinks that their bones can be stronger, and especially if you're 25 plus, you should definitely go to the gym. You should work out, you should learn the discipline that comes with gym. I like that. If with running or with walking or with gym, right, the one thing that I absolutely love is the discipline that it brings. It's the strictness that it brings. You kind of, it becomes like this holy temple for you, where you go and put in all your effort. Most of these people who are doing strength training and everything, right, so they're so present in that situation. That is what running does for me. I am also an overthinker, and I think too much. Mostly I think I'm thinking most of the time I'm thinking too much. But while I run, and a lot of people have told me this about gym as well, when these people go to the gym, they become extremely mindful of what is happening, because you have to pay attention, otherwise you break a bone or something, right? So any form of workout is something that I would recommend and everybody out there should do. But if you ask me my personal favorite, I will always say running. But I think you should figure out what works for you, whether it is running, whether it is gym, whether it is walking, or whether it is just listening to a podcast and fast walking, or just like dance classes or something. Oh my god, and pickleball or badminton or something, like some kind of sport, that'll be great. And I think, yeah, you need to figure out what works for you. Yeah. I think you're right. Yes, I think gym is good. Great. I hope that gym works out for you. I hope I also become this gym person who actually starts going to the gym, because I think my bones need to be stronger. Again, I only want my bones to be stronger so I can punch anybody who messes with me. uh, Sorry, Zalish. I honestly, um, my clothing isn't a discussion topic. Anyway, I think you should start over the way you think. Starting over, and the today's topic is again starting over. It feels really nice to talk about this topic because I think everybody has this time where you fall down and you have to um, go through this messy time in your life, and everybody has to do it. Okay, I hope it never happens even to my worst enemies, but it happens to a lot of people. But I want you to know, even if it does happen, uh, even if you have gone through like a shitty time in your life, I hope you know that you can come back from it. I hope you know you can start over. I hope you know that you can start from zero. I have seen people uh, who've been hurt by their own, like, they have gone through so much in their life and they started over and they became this person who was um, who was you know who built something for themselves. So if you really want to build something for yourself, if you're really this person who wants to manifest like the bestest life, who wants to live your best dream life, I want you to know that you have the opportunity to go to this place, um, where you can get out of it, right? mm, like I really think that like I really think that all of these people who tell you that if you messed up it's messed up, that I feel is really wrong, especially when things happen at office or things happen in like personal life. I want you to take this live vid session. I want you to take this video as a sign to start over about with something that you've stopped. Maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a relationship, maybe if they're toxic, don't go back to them. Maybe it's work, maybe it's other things, right, which you feel like you failed, but you really want to do something about it. You really want to be this person who works on their mental health or on their running or their gym or other things, and you want to get to a place where you become better. And you so I hope you know that you have the opportunity to start over. Take this video as a sign to start over these things that you messed up, or these things that you think you didn't do better. I hope you know that. I hope you know that nobody honestly knows anything. Nobody honestly knows everything. Most of the people will kind of figure out their life with all these curveballs that your life is throwing at you. Someday you'll be like the saddest person alive, and then one day everything will change. I think that's like this trending audio that I see on Instagram. Oh, by the way, my Instagram is tap for dash. You can please hit a follow there as well. So on Instagram I saw this, and ek din sab everything will work out, and you just need and until that time comes, need sukoon and sabr or something. You need the patience to get there. With every time I somehow get that audio over and over again, and every time I get that audio I always think that, okay, how important it is for people to know that everything works out in life. Life will throw curveballs at you one after the other, and you have to figure it out. You probably have a lesson to learn from there. You probably have this amazing thing that you learn from it, and at the end of the day you will finally figure out what it was and how it can do all of this, like, figure that out. Yes, you should start living your life. I don't think you should wait for anybody. I think recently when I went through like this breakup, I also felt like I couldn't start over. I could never talk to someone. I could never fall in love. I could never be this person who was with somebody else, because it breaks you, right? These relationships really break you, and especially in the relationships that you thought it was long term, and these long term relationships break you. But once these relationships or once these things leave you, you kind of make space for the right people and the right things in your life, and the right people just walk in, and the other people before, like, who walk in before that, probably teach you a lesson or two, and then you just figure out life. It's just, you'll just have to understand that life is this, life is like a video game. I think that's how I look at it. Life is like a video game, and every time you have to figure out how to level yourself up from what you were. If you are somebody who just had like, you it's like a game, right? So from one first standard to 10th standard you get this, okay, 10 certificate, and from there you get like a 12th certificate. From there you get like this um, heartbreak wala what is this, like a stamp. You go, then you get like this um, first heartbreak, and you get second heartbreak, and then you, couple of friends leave you, then a little bit of hurt comes because your family is not talking to you, you are in fights with your own brother or sister, and all of these things will happen, and then you have to figure out your way, your way of living, your way of life toward, with all of these things, right? So it's like a video game where you have to constantly level yourself up constantly. It's like, I think the video game that I remember is like Mario Kart or something, where you have to hit your head to that one brick, and when you hit your head to that one brick, it will break. If it has like a golden thing for you, it will give you that golden thing, whether it is like the coin or like a superpower. So sometimes you break those bricks with your head and nothing happens. You just, it's just an experience, and then you do that again and again and again, and then you figure out that, oh, this is where I get the coin, this is where I get the superpower. So every mess up that has happened is probably the step towards you getting to a place where you will have your superpower very very soon, and you'll become this person who has who knows shit, yeah, who knows how to deal with things, who knows how to be better, who knows their own worth. I think the biggest lesson that life keeps teaching you, at least that's something that I've seen in my own life, is some one lesson that life keeps teaching me is to know my worth. At all times I should know my own worth. At all times you should know your own worth, because when you know your own worth, you are able to live a life which doesn't uh, which has a standard, which has like this, you can you ever imagine, I always think this, okay, when I imagine myself having maybe kids someday, or like a permanent partner someday, I always think that, they will treat me so much with so much love. And would you want your kids to feel like you don't have standards? Would you want your partner to feel like you don't have standards? That's not how it works. You need to have a good standard for yourself. You need to have a good thing that is going on for yourself. You need to have this, you need to be in this vibe that, you are deserving better. Of course there'll be a lot of work that you'll have to put in, because everything has to works out if you put in the work. Especially there's hard work mentally or physically, or there is hard work that you have to put in otherwise, or like, with education or with upskilling yourself or leveling up yourself. So I always think that it is important that you should finally, figure out a way that you get to like get to this standard of living where you don't compromise, especially when the kind of friendships you have, the kind of relationships you have, the kind of job you have, the kind of respect you get at a job. All of this, you set yourself a standard, and you don't accept anything less than that. That's how it is. You set yourself for a standard that, yeah, this is the kind of guy I want to marry, or this is the kind of guy, this is the kind of place that I want to work at, this is the kind of play, this is the kind of people that I want to be surrounded with. When you set that standard for yourself, that I want to live a certain life, your mind will consistently strive to get you to that place where you will find these people. For that you will have to again kick people out of your life who don't add any value in your life. Always, again, you can start over with friendships, with relationships, with all the other things, you know, nobody really knows everything. Nobody knows what is good for you. You know what is good for you, but for you to get to know what is good for you, please get to a stage where you've done that self work, that you can confidently take a stand for yourself and confidently be this person who does things. You know, I always talk about how this, what does this um gut feeling mean. I always talk about this. What is this gut feeling? And with some people you'll feel like, oh my god, they're the love of my life, I need to be friends with them right now. With some of them you just feel like, something is off, I need to be away from them. It happens a lot with me, and I realize after a lot of reading and researching that because I've worked on myself so much, I just am able to sense this energy around people. And it's also of course connected to your stomach and gut, etc., etc. I think that's a big topic that we can't start right now. But basically, when you start working on yourself, you will get to a stage where you set a standard, and if somebody is disrespecting you, if somebody is talking about something that is none of their business, you will get to a stage where you will say, oh, I don't care. That's how it is. It's that's how. I don't care. You are nobody to me to tell me what I'm doing, what I should do, what I'm wearing, who I should work for, or whether I should start my own business or not. You are nobody. I'm gonna do what I want to do because my gut, my life, my gut tells me that it's fine. I am telling myself it's fine. My in my own life, I think it's fine for me to live the way I want to live. Yeah, that's all. Yes, so again, the takeaway from this today's video is, please feel free to start over. Nobody knows anything. You have to figure out how to get to a place where you are able to take those decisions for yourself, and you are able to live a happy life. Thank you so much for watching today's live session. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. It is tap for dash everywhere. Thank you so much for watching today's live. See you in the next one. Bye. Make your Mondays better, okay? Happy weekend.